Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we've got game 2 against the Rockies. Rockies actually struck first in yesterday's game and then it all went downhill late for them. So let's see if they give us a little bit better game today. So regular lineup in today. There's our first day of school tomorrow. Couldn't have an off day that day. It has to be on the second day of school. They're both a little rough for my role. Graves on the mound today. I did not think to check. The Rockies' number 2 hole hitter, Hall, had hurt himself fouling a ball off his foot yesterday. We'll see if he's in the lineup today. Buck is going to start things off, though, like he did yesterday, and he will look at strike 1. Slider is too far outside. Weak ground ball, but it goes foul. Line drive, this is also foul, though closer to the line. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away, Hall is back in the lineup, so looks like he's not seriously injured. First pitch is down and out. There's a sharply hit ground ball. Terry makes a diving play and gets to first. Saves a base hit there, brings Garrett Atkins to the plate. Base is empty with 2 outs. He'll look at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Line drive out into right field. That will drop in for the first Rockies hit of the day. Here's Jeremy Hermida. Slider in there for a strike. That one down low. Don't know if it actually hit the dirt or not, but it was close. Blows a fastball by Graves. Fastball at 91. I don't know if I've ever seen him break 90 before. If I did, I certainly don't remember it. Anyway, Hermida has a 2-2 count, 2 away, runner on first. Fouls that off his foot, and they're going to come check on him. Rockies literally self-destructing here. They are going to change players. Goodness, that's 2 days in a row. Here comes Matt Holliday. They'll assume he will take over in right field. He fouls a pitch off his foot, and they have to go look at him. What is going on here? He will stay in the game. It's a 2-2 count again. Or still, I should say. He looks at strike 3. Wild times there at the plate. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Kester is due up for the Squirrels. Same lineup other than Holiday out there in right. Felix Hernandez, I forgot. After I see it, I did know he was a Rocky, but I forgot. So looks like Holiday is going. I think they just took Pasetnik out of the game. Holiday goes over to left, and it looks like Brown, Brown. I know we've seen him before, but I can't remember who that is. But he's going to take over in right, so Pasetnik doesn't get to do a thing today. Kester strikes out swinging. Marvin at the plate. He'll bat left-handed. That changeup hits the dirt. Fastball catches the outside corner. 1-1. Pitch is up and away. Little line drive out into right field. Is it Emil Brown? Might be. Guess we'll find out when he comes up to bat. Chief is at the plate. 1 on with 1 out. First pitch runs outside. That one is outside as well. This one, I guess, catches the outside corner, so says the umpire. That one looked a little more like a strike. 2-2 though, 1 away, runner on first. Changeup goes outside, we got a full count. Runner will stay put, as Chief will line this right on the left field line. Marvin on his way to third, but he will stop there. It's a double for Chief, puts 2 runners into scoring position for Terry with only 1 out. First pitch up in the zone, but it is a strike. And a swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Terry just needs to make some solid contact as he watches that pitch run up and out. Hits this one, that will be enough regardless, but it'll drop in for a hit and score. It appears to be 2 runs. There it is. 2 RBI double to open up the scoring. A runner still in scoring position for Frank with just 1 out. Changeup is called a strike. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, here's Tom. Hits this one right to Atkins. Takes several steps in before he throws, but gets it there in time. 2-0 Squirrels as we go into the second inning, where Troy Tulowitzki will start things off. Tulowitzki, I want to say, struck out in every at-bat yesterday, or maybe hit 1 ground ball, but in any case, it was not a great day for him. Hits this one to the middle. It will dribble through for a base hit. Emil Brown, okay, I was right about that. He's out there in right, in what would have been Scott Pasednik's spot, but like I said, he got pulled before he could even take the field or take an at-bat. He has a 1-1 count, Brown does. He will look at strike 2. Fouled away. Still 1-2. Fouled off. Make it 1-2. This is going to be fouled away again. Still 1-2. Brown battling up there. As they check over on first. Don't believe the runner is headed anywhere. Oh, changeup. Not very good. It's 2-2 count. And Brown battles his way to a base hit. Rockies put their first 2 men on. That'll bring Barton to the plate with a chance to cut into this lead. So he will look at strike 1. Oh, swings and misses, but the ball gets away. That's going to move both runners into scoring position. Barton with a chance to tie this one. He'll hit a ground ball instead. Joey will go home with it, and it will not be in time. Rockies score 1. Still have a runner in scoring position. Lundberg at the plate. Looks at a strike. I didn't actually see. I assume that went down as a fielder's choice. That's what it should have been anyway. Lundberg, a ground ball to Joey again. He goes to third. This time they get the lead runner. Here's Felix Hernandez. 2 on with 1 out. Looks at strike 1. Now he's showing bunt. Probably his best bet. Although he fouls the bunt away. Now it looks like he'll swing again. They just don't want him to hit into a double play. Instead, he'll look at a strikeout. So back to Buck, who struck out in his first at-bat. 1 of 3 victims for Graves, the first time through Colorado's order. Buck with a 0-2 count. Looks at strike 3. Still, the Rockies get on the board. It's a 2-1 Squirrels lead. Zach will start things off for Indianapolis in the bottom of the second. First pitch to Zach, misses, down and away. That curveball misses inside. It's 2-0. There's a Slider for strike one. Swings under a slider for strike two. Looks at strike three. One away. Here's Joey. He will look at a ball in the dirt. Hits this one foul into the right field stands. Makes it a 1-1 count. Slider misses. Kind of feels like both pitchers, it's early into the game, but both pitchers throwing more balls than normal. Joey grounds out to first. That'll bring Graves to the plate. Nobody on. 2 away. Graves will look at strike one. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Looks at strike three. We move into the third inning. Squirrels up by a run. The Rockies will have Hall at the plate. Hall ground out in his first at bat as he looks at strike one here. A swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Grounds this one over to Kester for the first out of the inning. Here's Atkins at the plate. Got a base hit in his first at bat. He'll look at strike one. Looks at strike two. Up in the air, Joey going back fairly deep, but he is the one to make the play. 2 outfielders nearby, but Joey's the one to make the catch. So here's Matt Holliday. He struck out in that weird at-bat to start the game, so you hardly hold it against him. He's quickly down 0-2 in this at-bat, which you can totally put on him. So he looks at a ball. Swing and a miss, strike three. Well, it's still 2-1 Squirrels as we go to the bottom of the third, and they are back to the top of their order. Kester struck out in his first at-bat, 1 of 4 for King Felix, first time through. Kester puts this out in the left field, and it will fall in for a base hit. Man on for Marvin, who got a base hit in his first at-bat. Pops this one foul. Barton giving chase, but he's not going to catch up to that one. Then a swing and a miss to make it 0-2. This pitch a bit too high. Ground ball to second. This could be a double play. No, Tulowitzki, no return throw. So they just get the lead runner then. So that'll bring Chief to the plate. He doubled in his first at-bat. Grounds to third here. This one also will not be a double play, though there was at least a throw this time. Terry swings and misses at the first pitch. Chief steals second base, so that will give him a runner in scoring position. Terry with the 2 RBI double in his first at-bat has a 1-1 count right now with a runner on. This is going into center field. Buck should have it, and he does. We go to the fourth inning. Squirrels up 2-1. Troy Tulowitzki will lead things off for Colorado. And he did get a hit in his first at-bat. So he looks at strike one here. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. 1 away. Brown got a base hit in his first at-bat. As he looks at strike one. Ground ball towards the middle. Joey, I think, misjudged that one a little bit. It'll go down as an infield hit. Apparently the 1,000th one of his career, so congratulations to Emil Brown. Barton, yeah, he should get credit for an RBI on that, absolutely. Hit into the fielder's choice that led to the run because that throw went straight home and just was not in time. Brown puts a line drive out into left field for his second hit of the day. Well, I guess not. His only first hit. In any case, that puts the tying run into scoring position for Lundberg, who looks at strike one. That pitch is a bit high. There's a called strike on a curveball. 1-2. A pitch up by his head. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Brings a pitcher to the plate. It's the best thing I think Graves could have seen coming up in this inning with the current situation. The go-ahead run out there in scoring position. But Felix comes up with a hit. It's only going to score one. It was hit deep into the hole. Joey couldn't get there in time. So it's now a tie game at 2 with runners on the corners. Buck fouls the first pitch away. And looks at strike 2. Looks at strike 3, and that will end the top of the 4th. But we are knotted at 2. The Squirrels will start off with Frank at the plate. Frank struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Popped up right at the plate. Barton will catch it just outside the right-hander's batter's box. That brings Tom to the plate. Looks at a ball in the dirt. Popped it up in front of the plate. Barton makes the catch again. That's 2 away. Zach at the plate, struck out at his first at-bat. As he looks at strike 1 here. Ground ball. Hernandez will be the one to field it, and he will get the ball there in time. So we move into the 5th inning, still tied at 2, and Hall will start things off.
Number 097, Great Hall.
First pitch is in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. Here's Garrett Atkins. He is 1 for 2 today. He looks at strike 1. Grounds this one to short. That will be the second out of the inning. Here's Matt Holliday. He's struck out in both at-bats so far today. He will look at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Popped foul. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, we're still tied at 2 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, where Joey will lead things off for the Squirrels. Joey will look at strike 1. Behind on that curveball. Hits this one. It will fall in for a hit. I thought it would off the bat, but except for then Joey didn't stop at first base for some reason and gets himself thrown out. Still get credited for a hit, but it doesn't do anything for the inning other than try to end it earlier. Graves looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So here is Kester. Do believe he is 1 for 2 so far. This one right back up the middle. Goes off of Hernandez's glove. Hall's able to clean it up, and that will end the inning. Still 2-2 as we go into the 6th inning, where Troy Tulowitzki will lead things off.
Number 2, Troy Tulowitzki.
First pitch is in there for strike 1. That one right up the middle. That'll be a leadoff single. Emil Brown, who is 2 for 2 so far today. Maybe taking out Pesednik was a blessing. The slider gets away. That'll move the go-ahead run into scoring position. Excuse me. Brown with the 1-2 count. He will swing and miss for strike 3. 1 down. Here's Barton with a chance again to drive in that run. He'll look at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Fouled off. We'll try it again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lundberg's likely going to need a hit to score that run now. So he looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Pitch a bit outside and then gets him to chase that changeup to end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th, still tied at 2. The Squirrels will start off with Marvin at the plate. Marvin is 1 for 2 today. He fouls the first pitch away. And that one's down and in. There's a called strike. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So here is Chief. He's 1 for 2 today. First pitch up and out. Swung on and missed. And that a bit too high. It's a 2-1 count. Hits this one high in the air, but not very far. Hernandez just comes off the mound to make a catch. 2 away for Terry. He is 1 for 2 today. So he looks at a pitch outside. Swing and a miss will make it 1-1. Swing and a miss again makes it 1-2. Popped up again right at the plate. Barton again makes the catch. So we move into the 7th inning. Looks like Graves is going to get some bonus time here. Felix Hernandez is due up for the Rocks. And he will get to hit here. He got a base hit in his last at-bat, so, you know, why not? He swings and misses at a curveball. Excuse me, I cannot stop yawning all of a sudden. It's a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. Here's Buck. He has struck out in all 3 at-bats. Graves up to 14 strikeouts on the day. Gets Buck to ground out to second base for the second out of the inning. So here is Hall. 0 for 3 with 1 strikeout. Grounds this one to third. Chief on to first. And that will end the inning. With stretch time, we are tied at 2. Frank will lead off on the other side. right, Frank is 0 for 2 today. Looks like Hernandez will also stay on the mound. So that changeup stays high. A swing and a miss to make it 1-1. Ground ball to second brings Tom to the plate. He swings and misses at the first pitch. This one down and in. Called strike, up in the zone, makes it 1-2. Strike 3 on the outside corner. That's the second out of the inning. Brings Zach to the plate. He's hitless today. And he will look at strike 1. Out into left field, but it's going to hook way foul. Still an 0-2 count. Line drive out into the right field corner. Zach turning for second, and he will cruise in there. It's a 2-out double, brings Joey to the plate, and they will intentionally walk him. We will intentionally change pitchers. Well, I guess we're pinch hitting, but that will be the end effect. But we will see if Sweeney can get a hit here first. All right, 2 on with 2 outs. Sweeney pinch hitting at the moment. When we get a wild pitch, this could really open things up. 2 runners in scoring position. He is behind on that fastball and watches that in the dirt. It's 2-1. 2-1, I should say. Swings at that pitch to even the count at 2 apiece. And fouls that one away. Still 2-2. 2 away, 2 on. That pitch not very tempting. A full count. Sweeney will take a walk. Bases are now loaded for Kester. This game's still tied at 2 for the moment. He looks at ball 1. That pitch is outside. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. Hernandez 1 strike away from getting out of this. Doesn't quite make it. That will not... Oh, excuse me. Tulowitzki made a great defensive play to save some runs. So it will stay tied at 2 as we go into the 8th inning. Garrett Atkins due up. He will face Jones, who I suppose... Outside. Did get to Kester's spot, so I guess he'll go there. Let's let, in this case, have Chief play second and Sweeney play third.
Your attention, please. Now coming to pitch for Indianapolis, number 25, Jones.
Well, Chief has been very good in the field, so there's not really a super need to do that. But Sweeney does have a little bit stronger arm. All right, Atkins at the plate. He will swing and miss at the first pitch. Does not chase that breaking ball. Hits this one, and that gets through for a leadoff single. So here's Matt Holliday. He looks at strike 1, up in the zone. High pop fly, a couple coming together. Chief's the one that ended up making there. Terrible base running by the Rockies allows for a double play, and the Squirrels now 1 out away from getting out of this as Troy Tulowitzki stands in the way. It is a 2-0 count to start things off. There's a called strike. Swing and a miss. That'll make it 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Graves gets out of Jones rather gets out of trouble. So we'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Marvin is due up for Indianapolis. So he will now face someone.
Pitch for the Rockies. Number 35,
Joe Smith is going to take over on the mound. Marvin 1 for 3 so far. I think all at bats have been left-handed as he swings and misses at the first pitch here. Hits this one and it will get through for a leadoff single. Here comes Chief. 1 for 3 with a double to start the game. Looks at strike one. Line drive, but foul. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. High hop, not high enough to get over Hall's head, but it is high enough to get the only out to be at second. So here is Terry. He's also 1 for 3 today. So he looks at a number outside. That's going to get into center field for a base hit. Good line drive. Chief on his way to third base, and he will make it there. So now we've got Frank at the plate. A chance to put the Squirrels back in front as he looks at strike one. That's a ground ball to second. Throw goes home, but it's not in time. Squirrels take the 3-2 lead. Tom at the plate. I don't know why I said Marvin. Tom takes the ball high. And this one is called a strike. Swing and a miss, strike two. Infield fly is called, and it is caught. 2 away, and here is Zach at the plate. He'll look at strike one. Looks at strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. We go into the 9th inning. Yep, 9th innings. Had to triple check there. Squirrels leading 3-2. They will have their signs out for this game as well.
number 8,
Brown 2 for 3 today. Oh wait, this is a safe situation. Zach made that last out, which will bring Quentin into the game. Almost messed that up.
Your attention, please. Now on the pitch for Indianapolis. Number 13, Shibuya.
Just the one pitch. That's pretty inconsequential since he didn't hit it. But Brown does have an 0-1 count. Swings and misses at the changeup, or off speed, whatever you want to call that pitch. Grounds this one to third. Sweeney will get that to first. 1 away. Now get Barton, who is 1 for 3 with a double, an RBI double, if I do recall. Fouls that pitch away. That gives him a 1-1 count. This will not get over Terry's head. He makes a leaping grab. A couple different web gems to choose from today. Probably go with the Tuliski one myself, but we'll see. Lundberg at the plate. I do not believe he has a hit today, and he will not have a hit there either. Final score, Colorado Rockies 2, Indianapolis Squirrels 3. Much more competitive than yesterday. All right, take a look at some highlights. Alright, Shibuya is going to be your sole player of the game. Thank you everybody for watching. If you want to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. We will finish up this series with the Rockies tomorrow. We'll see you then. Oh, forgot to stop the recording. Sorry about that.